going to be playing for the Packers next year, you know, and like having there be 8 games left. Like that just doesn't happen.
Not really, no.
It's dumb that NASCAR allows you to talk about the future so far in advance, because this creates a lot of that infighting and problems, and you're not sure if the guy's getting the good stuff, and that's just a bad system that they need to try to find a way to do away with. And I think they shouldn't allow guys to talk or do anything like that until after the season, or at least until the chase has started. And guys that aren't in the chase, if they want to start talking about it at this point, from the 10 race on, I don't really have a problem with that.
I think
you got to stay with the team you're with now.
I think it's because the season's so long that like you don't really hear anything about NASCAR in like December and January. So when else are they really going to talk about it? It's like we don't really care when like the off season is going on. Like in like football, the off season is just so much.
But
longer,
you hear when football's not on, you hear a lot about football still, because that's when those kind of moves are done. Keep NASCAR in the mix by having stuff like that come up during the off season.
What are you gonna do?
That's okay.
What are you gonna do? Like a NASCAR draft or something? Like
no, you don't have to have a draft. This is not about drafting new players for a team. It's about saying this guy is part of our team. This is about saying Richard Childress Racing, we're one group. Hendrick Motorsports, we're one group. And you're that group until the end of the season, and don't think about the next season until you're done with the one that you're currently a part of and you've signed on for.
It just happens.
But I'm saying, I know that happens, but they should stop this somehow. They've got to put this away, because I didn't need to know Junior was going to go to Hendrick, you know, months ago when he's still busy racing for the team he's with. How is that team? You know, I got to be honest with you. If I'm on that team, you know, and Martin Truex Jr. needs my help and Dale needs my help, well, I'm probably going to go help Martin, because I want him to succeed more than I do the guy that's leaving us.
Are you Paul Menard now?
Well, I'm just telling it like it is, and I feel like a lot of people
I don't
feel
know.
the same way.
I don't think it. I think it's kind of dumb too, but I mean, it happens. So I mean,
NASCAR is probably not going to do anything to fix it, because NASCAR has shown before they're not very fan friendly when it comes to the way they run their system. They like to try to do things for sponsorship and to make money. So as long as that's going on, that's going to be the way it is. And that's why you're looking at the point system the way it is, which a lot of people hate. And it's really stupid that everybody kind of gets crammed up, and now they got 12 guys in it. And, you know, the whole point was, you know, to be the best throughout the season and get all the way. And now all of a sudden it's like, well, who's the best between these 10 races based on who was good, you know, good before. So NASCAR really has kind of said, we don't care what the fans think. They're going to come anyway. So we're just going to screw the fans, and we're going to do what we want that makes us money and makes us sponsorship. And they do it time and time again. That's part of the reason they won't change their race days when they have rainouts. And a lot of times they have races in the middle of the week now. They don't care about the fans actually showing up. They just want to get their money, and they've already gotten it. So NASCAR, you stink.
You're just haterizing
Become
on
more
NASCAR
fan friendly
right now.
Well, I want to like it. There's a lot of things I want to like in sports. That's one of those things. But it's hard sometimes when you look at the way that it's made up, the governing bodies, the way they really keep the drivers down, don't let them say what they want a lot. You know, that's why I like to stand up for guys like Tony Stewart, who will drop an F-bomb or an S-bomb every once in a while and pay the fine just so that he can get out his true feelings. And, you know, there aren't a lot of guys that are doing that because NASCAR holds them down.
All right, well, I don't know.
It's not like what we're saying is going to make a difference.
Well,
but I wish it would.
Well, it's a playoffs anyway, regardless. There's still playoffs to be had. Normally at the beginning of the playoffs, we pick who we think's going to win. Okay. So I don't know if you've made a selection or not.
I haven't, but I can come up with one because there's only 12 to choose from.
Pretty much. So I'm going to go with Matt Kenseth because I still think consistency. Is the most important thing. I think he's a lot like the San Antonio Spurs. He's consistent.
And I hate him.
So I'm gonna go with Matt Kenseth because I think through 10 races, who's gonna be more? He might not win any of them, but he might be the most consistent guy.
Well, you know, I'll say this for Matt Kenseth: if he decides that he's gonna win and make a legitimate run at this, I hope his personality decides to come out instead of him being a robot every week. If so, then you know, more power to him. But I'm gonna take Tony Stewart. He's been hot at the end of the year. Not just because I'm a fan. I think he's been on a real run lately. And if it's not him, I hate to say it, Jimmy Johnson has looked pretty good lately. Those are the two guys I think that really legitimately have a chance. I'm not even going to go out on a limb and pick somebody further down the list. No. Those are your two guys.
I'd like to see Kyle Busch win the championship, just so everybody would stop giving him so much crap. But I mean,
does Kyle Busch take a lot of crap?
I think he does.
People really worried about Kyle Busch?
I think Kyle Busch takes a lot of crap. I really think he does.
I don't.
I think he does.
I think he gets weighed
and I think
into
it would slap Hendrick in the face too, because it'd be like, you want to go?
That would be cool.
You want to get rid of me? All right, well now I'll win a championship, and you won't enjoy it.
Clint Boyer's in this thing too, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, he is. He's the only guy. He's the only guy in it. Only guy in it that hasn't won a race this year. So it's pretty impressive.
The 07.
So it can still be done. Consistency can still do things for you, which
I heard a
not so
rumor.
much, but
I heard a rumor on SportsCenter today that knocked my socks off.
What's this?
That is, and I don't pay much attention to college football during the season that much because, you know, I've said it many times, college football doesn't matter because they don't settle it the right way. But I've heard that Michigan is 0-2 and that Notre Dame is 0-2 and that after this weekend, one of the teams will be 0-3.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, you can't tie in college football, so if they could do it, they probably would. But yeah, one team's got to win. So I don't know. Some dude from Michigan said that he was guaranteeing a Wolverine win. Oh, that was Michael Hart? All right, I didn't know that, but okay. Yeah, well, somebody's got to win. Do we care? No, I don't like either one of them. I wish they could both lose.
I detest Michigan, so.
Yeah, I don't really care who wins.
I'm loving that they're continuing the race.
Who will win? Probably Michigan, because I think Michigan's better than Notre Dame. So Michigan will probably win the game.
But Notre Dame has Charlie Weiss, and with his Patriot roots, maybe he'll find a way to cheat to win.
He could. Notre Dame.
I threw that in for you, but
hey, Charlie Weiss. You know, why don't you call up Belichick and see if you can cheat and see if you can get Notre Dame some wins by cheating? You know, bunch of cheaters. Hey, watch out for the Browns too, because the Browns, Romeo Crennel, they might have to start cheating to win some games. They got rid of Charlie Fry. Maybe it was the throw
they may have to
off.
start cheating to score some points.
Yes.
Let's not get into wins. Let's just worry about them getting some points on the board.
And Brady Quinn with the Notre Dame ties. Oh, it's just it's a big loophole.
He's
it's
putting
just
a lot of stuff together.
It's just a big loophole of cheating that's going on in the NFL and college football.
All right, what else you got? I want to save some time for a couple pick'em games at the end.
I want USC to dominate Nebraska so everybody will shut the hell up about how they don't think they're the #1 team and about how LSU might be a little bit better or some dumb other teams. Listen, USC is the #1 team in the nation. That's why they were #1 before the season started. They're going to be #1 after this. They beat Nebraska and Nebraska this weekend. Just let them be #1.
Well, this opens up an interesting discussion that I think a lot of people had before the season even started, which is why do they bother to rank teams that have not played yet? It seems silly to me. You had Michigan ranked 5th before this whole thing got going.
That was clearly wrong.
And clearly that's not right because they've lost 2 in a row and now they're in danger of 3. So, I mean, the rankings before the season started don't make sense. I think they should wait like 4 or 5 weeks before they decide they're going to slap a label on somebody as the best team in America.
They just do it because
really,
they can.
honestly, who has USC beat to this point?